How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Genesis here preview. I'm your host, Unkept Jupiter, and let's get into the video. And in this video, we're going to go ahead and take a look at William. So William is a pure support. He's not a warrior, he's not a mage, he's not an ADC. He is purely a support. That's what he is. So taking a look at his sort of description here. A scientist from a cursed bloodline. He might tell you his story while quenching his thirst with your blood. So this is what he looks like. He seems to be some type of bat character. And this is his skin, which just looks really, really cool. You can see his bat wings there. So that's William. He definitely looks really cool. Check out his background. So William's background. He's a graduate of England's Royal Medical Academy. William was regarded as a medical prodigy. He mastered various fields of medicine at a young age, which is a feat most doctors can only dream of. As if touched by God, William proceeded to have great success in his career. In addition, he had the perfect family, a loving and I'm assuming this is supposed to say beautiful. So beautiful wife who was also born him twins. He had the perfect life. Okay. Everything changed on a stormy night. No one knew what happened that night, except a fierce fire broke out in William's manor. A fire even the rain can't put out. When people came together to help put out the fire, they spotted a monster in the manor's woods. Multiple witnesses claim to have caught a glimpse of what appears to be a vampire. People later found the remains of William's wife and children among the ashes and ruin of the manor. William himself remains to be found even to this day. So, I had a great life. Something happened. Really sucked. His whole life is ruined. So that's William. That's his background, his backstory, if you will. Very different backstory. I think all these backstories and backgrounds are very, very generic, which I kind of like. And it's also definitely really good for the starting of Genesis, just because, eventually they'll get more into the story and we're getting this kind of general outline of what's going on. We don't always have, you don't start off super specific, because that just gives everything away. So, all right, so let's go ahead and check out his abilities. So his first ability, Kiss of Death, energy costs, looking pretty good here. I really like these energy costs here. Definitely very, very good. 60 starting out, then it goes to 80, so you get more power behind it. It's also being decreased by 1 second, which for a first ability with these cooldowns and with these energy costs, definitely looks good. Slows an enemy unit that deals damage over time. Kiss of Death. Interesting. So that's cool. Effects stop when the target is too far away. The damage dealt is converted to health and is based on the target's maximum health. That's really cool. I really, really like that because it kind of creates an area that you don't want people to be in, so it's a really great zoning tool. On top of that, if they continue to fight, they're still slowed, so you're slowing for your ally. And I feel like William is just going to be really cool. Just reading this first ability is really awesome. The things that you can do in lane with this are really great. And I'll get into some of that stuff after we check out Mind Break. So Mind Break, energy cost 90 to 150. So all these things popping up, not fun. So energy cost 90 to 150. Cooldown is 12 seconds throughout. Causes an enemy unit to go insane and attack any nearby unit, friend or foe, for a short time. Insanity lasts longer on regular units. So this is essentially a taunt that is not for you, which is very different, and I actually don't think I've seen this in any MOBAs before. So it sounds like, first off here, William is going to be a very different character than than what we've seen. So that's very exciting to see in a new Moba. But between Mind Break and Kiss of Death, he has got a lot of zoning and a lot of control in lane, and I'm talking a lot, especially when he's playing as a support. I mean, he's going to be able to walk in and do damage to tanks for the ADC. And on top of that, yeah, the other ADC not going to be able to just range auto attack your ADC, because guess what? He's too far away. And that is just really, really great to see this ability. That's really, really cool. I can't wait to see how this works in game. I'm not sure about how exactly what it means by friend or foe, any nearby unit, because you might want to see like isolated from the minions, and then you use this ability on someone, so that way they're always attacking a champion, maybe? You know, who knows? Okay, so Pestilence, energy cost 0, cooldown 0. This is a passive, ladies and gentlemen. Passive! William's basic attacks and abilities infect and damage other enemy units around the target. Secondary infections deal less damage and last for a short duration. So this guy has a lot of control, a lot of zoning, and he has even more area of effect damage. I mean, this guy sounds like a pretty awesome beast. He does not have any hard crowd control, from what I've seen. I mean, Mind Break is essentially hard crowd control, because it counts as a taunt, but the thing about that is that you can also taunt on to someone you don't want them to attack. But with Pestilence, I mean, he goes in with Kiss of Death, slows them, stays on top of them. Anyone wants to jump in and help out, bam, Mind Break. Now, you know, you've got two people attacking the same person. Pestilence going off, you're attacking both people at the same time. That is just a really, really, really cool scenario to like, you just think about in a MOBA. I mean, that just sounds like the craziest outplay ever. Ways around his kit, he's obviously got a lot of zoning. However, his Mind Break is a very, very high cooldown. So keep in mind that once he uses Mind Break on you, you know, you're going to be attacking that person. I don't know for how long it says, but it doesn't say how long. It just says it lasts longer on regular units, which I'm also not sure what a regular unit is. But I'm imagining that's regular units are like heroes, whereas I guess mobs in the jungle would be like jungle mobs, so different units, I guess. I don't know. But his Mind Break is just one hard CC. He's got one hard CC, so he's not really a hard counter to anyone, most likely because of this. However, his Kiss of Death, basically, early game, you're going to want him to use it on someone, you're going to get out of there, and then you're going to come back. Because once you leave the area, he's not going to be able to use it again for another 11 seconds. So he seems very balanced as to, okay, I need to be able to use Kiss of Death, and I need to be able to use Mind Break efficiently, so that way we win lane. And that's essentially what it's going to come down to. His Pestilence is a passive that is going to actually be more prevalent maybe when you're pushing waves. And possibly if it's 2v1 and they're both melee characters. That's really the only thing about Pestilence is William is going to be very prevalent in team fights because of this, and we haven't even looked at his ultimate yet. And on top of that, Mind Break and Kiss of Death really do help him out sustain-wise and control-wise. So those are just a couple of ways around him that people are going to be able to know. He's got two abilities that he's basically going to be out of if you guys do a bait, where you bait out the abilities, and then charge in. And he's also a sustain, so, you know, the sustain is obviously going to be countered by burst. So that's good to know. Play burst comps against William. So that's really around his first three abilities. Let's check out his ultimate, Soul Devour. Cool. I like the energy costs, and the cooldown here seems pretty efficient. I do like the -5 seconds for each level up. That's pretty good. And the energy cost here seems like it works. I mean the second cost, it goes up by 100, so I kind of think that it should be reduced by 10 seconds if it's going to go up by 100. But that's obviously me not playing the game. I'm just kind of taking previous MOBAs that I've played before and kind of making a little bit of a note on how they balance their cooldowns and energy costs. Unfortunately, a lot of them don't have very efficient energy costs and cooldowns in the first place, so I guess I shouldn't actually be doing that. But regardless, Soul Devour, William takes control of an enemy unit, dealing damage over time and regaining a certain percentage of the damage dealt as health. Performing any action during this time will interrupt this skill. So, that's a very, very interesting ability. Wow. He takes control of an enemy unit. So I'm not sure if that's him, he actually takes control of them and he plays as them for a certain amount of time. But between Soul Devour and Mind Break, two of the enemy heroes are completely and utterly useless and basically make a team fight a 7v3. Wow. That's pretty crazy. And on top of that, William gains HP. So, he's definitely going to be, late game, he's going to be a tide turner in team fights. 100% with Soul Devour, Kiss of Death, Mind Break. Pestilence is also going to come into some team fights when he's finished with his ultimate or before he uses it. So, I mean, we're looking at... So now he has two crowd control abilities, which is really, really awesome, especially for support. And on top of that, I mean, just think about it. Think about this. A support and the ADC are ahead on the enemy team, level-wise. And so they're like, alright, well, we're just going to dive your ADC. And your ADC is there, and you're there, both of you are low HP, and you're like, oh crap, we're going to get dove on. And William stands there, and he's like, yeah. So, and then Mind Breaks ADC, Soul Devours the support, and all of a sudden they're killing each other inside of a tower range, and William is gaining HP. I mean, that is a very powerful kit. I am so excited for William. Again, the ways around it are the ways around it. He is a sustained type of DPS support. On top of kind of gaining control and wreaking havoc in like certain instances, essentially turning the enemy team against themselves while healing himself, and that is a really, really awesome kit. I have never seen a kit like this before, and I am so very happy that Genesis has such an original character. And I'm so happy that Genesis has such an original character who, I mean, it sounds like he's going to be a top-tier support, in my opinion. Just someone who can take the heat off of an ADC with two abilities and completely turn a tide. A losing fight around is very, very strong, in my opinion. And I just can't wait to see how this ultimate plays out. I can't wait to see how Mind Break plays out. If you guys enjoyed the video, if you guys want to make some comments down below, please be my guest. I'm happy to talk about Genesis with you guys and the characters that we've gone over so far. Again, my name's Jupiter, and this is going to be a hero coming out for Genesis on July 18th. So if you guys want to get some more Genesis content, go ahead and press that subscribe button. I will be uploading daily videos on every hero all the way up until the game comes out, and then on with the actual coverage of the heroes. So that's going to be really fun and great. And if you guys just like the video, please feel free to leave a like, and I hope this video helped you guys out. See you later. Bye!